Hi, welcome to the Lifestyle Show with me, Anthony Jordan. Okay, guys, we have another very exciting show. As normal, we'll kick off with a bit of news. Then at 7:05, we will have a short feature that I had earlier on in the week with a young pharmacist by the name of Pomay Knight, who will be talking to us about the flu vaccination. Once that's over, we'll be moving on to Laura Bruce, a young up-and-coming artist. Some fantastic artwork there. I guarantee you, stuff to definitely be seen. After that, we'll be joined by a lovely, lovely lady that I'm so excited to have the chance to interview, the one and only Miss Lady Paulette. Then it is over to the entertainment corner. But before that, actually, we will have Norman Basigo with Spotlight at around 8 o'clock. Then into the entertainment corner. Stevie J with the UK top 10. That is going to be fantastic. And rumor has it he was bringing along a guest with him. And then after that, we will have our special guest to close the show, Sheba Wine, who will be giving us a bit of an interview, telling us what she's been up to since she's last been on the show. So it's a very big one for us to all look forward to. So to kick it off, as normal, we are going to hit you with a bit of news. And first off in our story is Kate Green, the Shadow Labour MP of Education, has called for the removal of the OBEs, CBEs, and MBEs. She says we've come to a point where we should no longer be recognising the colonial terms of the UK, and maybe people can still be awarded, but not maybe glorifying the British Empire as it was, because, well, time has evolved. So that whole colonies and taking over countries maybe shouldn't be celebrated as much. So keep an eye out on that one, because Kate Green looks like she's on a mission, and who knows what changes will be coming there. Right, a bit of a sad one here. We have a young gentleman, hopefully, because the way this normally goes, the news has gone out by the time I've usually shared it. So I'm hoping that's going to be the case on this one. A young gentleman by the name of Josiah, a young 15-year-old boy who's been missing since Friday the 4th of December. Josiah is only 15. He's known to frequent the Kensington Borough and Richmond. So if anyone has any info on the young teen, just let someone know he's safe. Please call 101. You'll get through to the Metropolitan Police. That's the Ealing Department. Just any information. Even if it's that he doesn't want to come home, just let us know he's safe. If you've spotted this young man, you think you've seen anyone that looks like him, just dial that number 101 and just put his family's mind at rest, because we are concerned for his welfare, and we do hope for the best on that one. Right. We do have a series of bit of bad news here. So some of you may know this. Paul Lawrence, a co-founder of the 100 Black Men of London. He a very, very instrumental gentleman in our community. Bear with me 1 second. So yeah, he was co-founder to the 100 Black Men of Britain, Urban Synergy, and was the CEO of Just Tickets. Unfortunately, he passed away yesterday. So tributes go out to a gentleman who has put very many positive influences into our community. The 100 Black Men of Britain especially is something that has helped mold many, many young gentlemen along the way. So I do encourage them. I do show a sign of respect to that and all the work they've done. Also, we lost a British icon. Some will know her from the Carry On series. Some will know her as the Queen of Get Out of My Pub, Peggy Mitchell. We are talking about none other than Barbara Windsor, who sadly passed away at the age of 83 due to her battle with Alzheimer's. So we've lost one of the British legends there. Also in the world of entertainment, some of you may know him as the wrestler Zeus. Some of you will know him as the president from Fifth Element. Others will definitely know him as Debo from Friday and Next Friday. Tiny Tommy Lister has sadly passed away. That was 2 days ago, and rumor has it has signs of COVID-19. So we send our condolences out to one of the screen legends from the States there. And keeping it in line with screen legends from the States, Black Panther 2, Chadwick Boseman. It has now been announced by Marvel, Disney, and Kevin Feige, the producer there, that they will not be recasting the Black Panther in Black Panther 2. They've talked about all of the diverse and wonderful characters that we had in Black Panther 1. So it might be a focus on more of Wakanda than actually T'Challa in this situation. So it's going to be an interesting one. Maybe it'll be a bit like Fast and the Furious. We might see a bit of a stock footage and reimagining there. But as it currently stands, Chadwick Boseman, Wakanda Forever, is still our Black Panther. And now over to a bit of exciting news. Some of you may have seen this yesterday. The man himself, he shares my initials. We're talking about AJ, Anthony Joshua, once again, a champion, 9th round knockout. There he is, standing tall, and he was the man once again. And after that, we were informed both by a tweet from Tyson Fury, who reckons he could take Joshua out within 3 minutes, but Anthony Joshua has responded saying he's up for it. Eddie Hearn has said it's in motion. So after one fight, Anthony Joshua's right into it and he's ready there. So there we go. Anthony Joshua and the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, 1-on-1. Something very much to look forward to. And once again, congratulations to you, AJ. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're off to a short break and then we'll be joined by our artist extraordinaire. See you soon. Hi, welcome back to the Lifestyle Show. Right, okay, I did promise an artist, but I did get a bit ahead of myself. I just really want to share the art with you guys. But no, as you know, right now, being winter, we are in the season of people catching flus. And then, as you know, the pandemic is around. So we have to be very, when I say inverted, it's just because of how dangerous it is and what 2020 has been. So what we did have is the opportunity to catch up with Pommy Knight to talk to us about the flu and the flu jab, just so you can be a bit more informed of how you can get the flu jab, who is entitled to the flu jab, and the differences between the flu jab and COVID-19. So before we go any further, let's have a look at my interview with Pommy Knight talking about the flu jab. Enjoy. Hi there and welcome. So right now we have the pleasure to be joined by Pommy Knight, a pharmacist, who's going to be talking to us about the flu vaccination. Hi Pommy, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for asking. So just have a few questions just to talk to you about the flu vaccination. The first question being, what is the main aim of the flu vaccination program?
Okay. The main aim is to offer protection against the effects of flu to as many as eligible people as possible, particularly those most at risk.
Thank you. So what is the flu? Isn't it just a heavy cold? What are the first signs of the flu, and are they any different from COVID-19?
Okay. Well, flu, short term for influenza, is not just a cold, but what it is a common virus illness that can actually lead to complications, actually spread through sneezes and coughing. For healthy people, recovery is normally within usually 2 to 7 days, but for some, they may have to stay in bed for a couple of days. First sign of the flu is a sudden temperature or sudden fever, a temperature of 38 degrees or more, which is also equivalent to 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Headaches, sneezing, dry chesty cough, chills, nausea and vomiting, abdominal pain, limb and joint pains, yes. And it's quite different from the signs or symptoms of COVID-19 because with that, you get a new continuous cough. You also have a high temperature, as well a loss or change to your sense of smell and taste.
Aha, very interesting. And who is eligible for the free flu vaccination?
Okay, so we have people aged 65 years and over, all pregnant women, close contacts of immunocompromised individuals. You also have carers to the 50 to 64-year-olds, children in year 7, secondary school, and also household contacts of those who are on the NHS shielded patient list.
Brilliant. And for those who are taking the vaccination or worried about that, are there any side effects from taking the vaccination?
Well, extreme side effects are rare. However, for the injected vaccines, what you would get is a sore arm at the site of injection. You may get a low-grade fever and aching muscles for a day or two. If it is the nasal vaccine, which is most commonly given to kids, you will just get loss of some appetite, tiredness, runny or blocked nose. That's it.
Okay, thank you. And with the current situation, why are we worrying about the flu if there is COVID-19 as a priority?
Okay, well, some people think that, having a bad cold is the flu, but this is not the case. With the flu, it's much more serious and it can actually lead to complications, which could actually require hospitalization. Now, the last thing we want is to add more pressure on the NHS and social care, because the flu or the COVID-19 is still likely to be circulating during the flu season. And we do not want to add more pressure onto the NHS and social care when they will be dealing with cases of COVID-19. So all eligible people really should have the flu vaccine so as to protect themselves this winter.
Brilliant, thank you. And finally, for all of our viewers wanting to get more information about the flu vaccination, how can they get more information?
Okay, if you are eligible, all you need to do is speak to your GP surgery or your pharmacy. For pregnant women, you can get in contact with your midwife. They'll be able to give you some more information. And also, we've got the website, www.nhs.uk/flu vaccine.
Brilliant. Pomena, thank you so much for your time and for all that information. It's been very helpful and useful.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Right, so here we are. That was a very interesting conversation there with Pomena Knight. Sorry, I've just seen a comment there from Brenda Nash asking, how can you know about the vaccine that can help if we don't know about the virus? Brenda, this is about the flu vaccine. So we're just encouraging everyone to go out there, get the flu vaccine if you're eligible, because really, while you can get that support to prevent catching the flu, it allows the NHS to continue to assist those who are battling this COVID-19, where we are still in the midst of trying to get the right cure and the right solution. There is something out there currently in the UK. It has had some side effects, but we remain positive and we remain hopeful. Right, okay, right now it is a pleasure to introduce this young lady because we brought it up and I can't wait to share this with you. Miss Laura Bruce, how are you doing? Hey there, Laura. Sorry, you're muted at the moment. Oh, yeah, there we are. Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm very well. So thank you for your time and joining us today. So tell us, how did your journey into the world of art begin?
I started painting around 7-8 years ago, and it was just for leisure at that time. And I've always liked fashion design, so I started going into clothing, handbags, and yeah, it was very successful for me. And it just so happened that life just took me in a different route. But in the last year, I started my art collection again. So I have a website, which is laurabeeart.com. That's BEE. And it's been going amazing. I've just been so thankful for all the support and all the positive words I've just had from everyone.
That's good. That's good. And what I love is the fact that you said it started off as a leisure, it was a hobby, and then it became a career. So, you know, they say you're not working a day in your life if you're doing something you love. What made you decide to go from, as you said, you entered the world of fashion, but then it became the art that took over. What was it that allowed you to make that a career?
The thing I love about art is just being able to just go into so many different fields. So for me, I preferred personally doing canvas paintings. Not that I wouldn't go into fashion into the future, but it was just something that I preferred. So what I have done now is I've kind of taken thank you, I can see my artwork up there. I've taken my art now and I've put it into books as well. So I've just started my first range of children's books, it's a Caribbean A to Z. So it's just being able to evolve over time, and I think that's the beauty of it. Just being able to change the realm of the art that you're in.
Yeah, no, most definitely. And we've actually got comments in that our fans are appreciating already the art in the background. They love the picture in the back there. So can you tell us a bit more about those before we do expand a bit further? How did you come up with the concepts of those pictures in the background?
Well, I am actually Caribbean. So my family do still live in the Caribbean, and I just love bright colors. Like anything colorful, I'm drawn to it. So it was quite a culture shock when I moved back to the UK, and it's just everyone wear black and gray and very dull colors. So I just love that I can bring so much life and color and vibrance into my artwork. I'm also really inspired by African art. So a lot of my pieces, you can see it has that kind of diaspora in it.
Yeah, no, most definitely. And again, you talked about the positive feedback that has been coming out. Tell us about that. Once you've taken this hobby and people are giving you such positive feedback, how did that feel for you?
It felt amazing. It always feels good to be your work to be validated, and it's just been really fantastic that just something that started off as scribbles in a notepad to a canvas to actually putting it out there. And I think a lot of people don't realize that as an artist, it's actually terrifying to share your artwork. It can be quite a daunting thing to put your art out there, because artists, I always say, it's just so subjective. So something that I might love, people may not react to it the same way. So that's one of the hardest things for me personally, and it's quite amusing really, because some pieces that I haven't really some of my how do I say this some pieces that I personally may not be my favorite, they've just been such a hit with everyone. I saw you put up the flamingo piece earlier. That piece, it was quite, I don't know, I just, as an artist, I couldn't really jive with it. It wasn't quite there. And after I posted it online, like everyone was just going crazy about this one particular piece. So it just shows you how subjective art can be. I may not have warmed to it, but other people may absolutely love it.
Brilliant. I see. Talking of that, so far we've had a flamingo come up, we've had the lion come up, and we've had the giraffe come up, which are all really awesome. And I love the dynamics that you're taking on them. Are animals a strong inspiration in your art?
Well, this is actually a collection, so I wanted to do a set of pieces based on a theme. So it didn't start off intentional that way, but I kind of just got inspired by animals. So
Brilliant.
This is my most recent collection, which is, I call it Straight Out of Wildlife. So I'm really proud of it. It's my baby. It's taken a lot of work and time and effort. So I'm happy that I could do that.
Brilliant. No, and they're really wonderful pieces. Again, we've had another question here. Are your items for sale? Because someone's asking for one of the pictures in the background. They would love to buy that. That's Brenda there again.
I do have a website. It's www.laurabeeart.com.
Brilliant. That is so exciting. And is that where they can find the whole collection for those? And can they be replicated as well, or are they one-off pieces?
So I do have originals, which is obviously the original piece, and I also do have prints. So with a print is a replica. So you can either have a paper print, which goes like into a frame, or you could have a canvas print. And all of these, they can be produced to a different size.
Oh, fantastic.
Or to your
And
specification.
okay, brilliant. That's really handy, actually. So if you've got that one spot in the wall that you're looking for, you could just say that's the dimension we need, and that will be it there. Again, that fantastic lion back up there. These are really impressive. You also mentioned that you've got a children's book out there
Yes.
with your art. How did you come up with the idea that you're going to use your art to give knowledge to the younger generation and inspire the younger generation?
Well, actually, the inspiration came from a friend of mine. It was her daughter's birthday. So I went online and I was looking for a present for her. And as I said, I'm Caribbean. And I just couldn't find anything under the realm of Caribbean that was what I was looking for. And I know due to COVID, a lot of children are at home. So I thought, why not use my artistic skills to create an educational book to assist with teaching children at home. So I created a book. It's called Caribbean A to Z. And for me, as a Caribbean person, I always found that we're so used to the realm of A for apple, B for bat, C for cat. So why not make it a bit different? So B for banana, C for coal pot, D for dolphin. I make it to do with our culture and make it something that's identifiable.
I love that. That's really cool. And it is. That's what we've needed. It just to give that taste of back home. You do mention that you're from the Caribbean. Out of interest, what island?
St. Lucia.
St. Lucia, brilliant. Okay, great stuff. No, that's great. My grandmother's from there as well, so big shout out to St. Lucians there. No, but these are really inspiring pieces that are out there. Again, so is this part of another collection that we have here?
This is my previous collection. So the animals are from the wildlife collection, and these are from my previous collection. For some reason, I haven't been able to come up with a name for those ones yet, but sure, it'll come to me.
Okay, no, I'm sure it will. So, do you know what? I might even make that a competition. Actually, I think we might do that as a competition later on. We'll throw a few suggestions out there for you. You don't have to take them, but the viewers are loving it, so that would be great there. And one more time, Laura, just before we go, if anyone would like to get in contact with you, purchase your items, purchase the book that you've got, how can they get hold of you?
Okay, so on my website, there is a contact form. So www.laurabart.com. My book is on Amazon. It's on all Amazon platforms. So that's Caribbean A to Z activity book. It's for 4 years and upwards. And it's a really useful tool, especially as children will be home for Christmas holidays. They can color, they can do their writing. And also I have an Instagram account. So that's LauraBart_EXO.
Brilliant.
So,
some really great stuff there.
I'll be more than happy to assist them.
What's that, sorry?
As anyone that's interested, I'll be more than happy to assist them.
Okay, no, brilliant. I'm sure. I really encourage everyone to get in contact with you, because there are some really beautiful pieces there that I think would go really well up on people's walls and could make the perfect Christmas gift, if I may say so.
Definitely.
No, most definitely. So, Laura, thank you so much for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure. And I will even be in contact myself, because there are some really great pieces there. Thank you very much, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Definitely. Bye.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was Laura Bruce. Do check out her art, laurabart.com. Some fantastic pieces there, and she's got a nice children's activity book. So I'm off to a break. I'll catch you after that. Bye-bye. Hi, welcome back to the Lifestyle Show. Okay, right now, the grin on my face cannot be contained because in a way, I'm sad because normally when I see this lady, I run up to her and I give her a huge hug. She's pretty much auntie to me. So this is so warming to be able to have a chance to introduce the one, the only, the lovely Lady Paulette. Hi, hello, how are you?
Hi, nephew. I am well. Long time.
I know. This whole just denies everyone from catching up with everybody.
Even longer time, no hug. So yeah.
I know. But you know what? 2021, we remain positive and hopeful.
Everything's crossed, let me tell you.
That is the one. So before we kick off, I mean, voiceover, actress, producer, hostess, voiceover artwork, anything to do with media, I always think Auntie Lady Paulette. This is the lady to speak to. How did it all how did the journey begin for you though?
Wow, gosh, it started a long time ago, Anthony. Oh gosh, I had my primary school, 7 years old. Yeah, just we in my playground we had what we called the lip, like a little stage that was in our playground, and we would go and we would perform songs from the charts, and we'd like tuck our little t-shirts into our vests and make them into like little boob tubes, and would be, this is to the year, come on, and we would choreograph and do all of that. But it really became a lot more serious for me at the age of 10 when I went for my first audition, and a friend of mine was in Black Joy, and it just all became like something that we could actually do as young people and pursue, not so much as a career, but certainly as a hobby. But then for me, it's gone on to develop to be more of a career.
And what a career. Such a fantastic...
It's a long way to go.
But you know what? As I say, there are so many different aspects and angles to it that I'm never shocked when I see your name involved in anything, because I'm like, I know Paulette can do it. It's just, it's one of those skills, you know? So, I mean, here we are. So one of the key ones that I remember just of recent dates, you were involved in the production of something we had a debate on. So it's not the Lovers Rock that Steve McQueen done, but the origins of Lovers Rock, the documentary.
Yeah,
how did it get into being... Yeah. How did you get involved in the behind the scenes work, producing and creating films?
Okay, so I worked for a number of film festivals, including Menelik Shabazzi's film festival, the BFM Film Festival, Black Filmmakers Film Festival, and I wrote for his magazine, the BFM magazine. But I came to him via my one of my university lecturers, and then through contacts in Los Angeles who said that I was doing some voluntary work for them on their film festival, and they put me in touch with him. But so moving forward, I already had a relationship with Menelik, but I also studied film on top of my performing arts degree. And so when he started fundraising for the story of Lovers Rock, at that time I was running my own film screening night on top of the Jamaican Pudge, the Heritage in Cricklewood. So I invited Menelik down to present his crowdfunding campaign and his idea for the film to my audience. And then we had a chat afterwards, and I said to him, it'd be great, I'd love to get involved with the film. And he said, well, I'm filming this day, would you like to come down and help out? And I said, yeah, cool, went down. And that just happened to be the first day that he was shooting Levi Roots in Levi Roots' new restaurant. And because of my film training, I was able to do more than just cable bashing. I was able to do a bit of casting. I understood screenshots. I understood the genre, obviously, because I'm from that era. And so by the end of the project, I not only was volunteering, I was also the production manager, came out as assistant producer, was part of the marketing team, took the film to Los Angeles. We toured England with it, supported Menelik with getting it in a theatrical release here in the UK. I was able to do a private screening for it in Hollywood with the likes of Lenny James and Trevor Etienne, Gina Yashere, Eamon Walker, all our big black leading actors who had relocated to the States to further their careers. They all came out to enjoy the production, and I can't remember one of our Lovers Rock artists, I can't think of her name right now, which is a shame. She actually flew in and was meant to perform and all of that. So yeah, that's how I came involved. It was just, you know, it's one of those situations where preparation met opportunity, and there was synergy.
Wow, fantastic stuff. But your works in this production side of things doesn't just stick to the UK. As much as you've taken these works over to the US, you actually were involved in the US as well, having worked with Mr. Steven Spielberg on Ready Player One. What an experience that must have been. How did that come about?
It was phenomenal. Again, it's, you know, what is yours is yours. I went on to be involved as a background artist because I wanted to get back into the industry. And one of the best ways for me anyway, to find out what's happening on a film set is to be on the film set. And so you can't always get a lead part, but if you're attached to the right agencies, or you can get on the set. But it turned out at that particular time, they were looking for a stand-in for Lena Waithe. Some of you will know Lena Waithe through, she was the producer of Dear White People. She is I think the writer and producer of Queen and Slim. So I was her stand-in on Ready Player One. So when they were when she's getting her makeup and her hair done and they want to line up the shot, they used me to light the shot and to also set the scene, do the rehearsals and so forth before she actually came in and played her part. Lena Waithe played H in Ready Player One, for those of you who've seen it.
Fantastic.
So yeah, it was just that. And then I went on and I worked as a blue collar worker on it as well. So I was fighting the aliens and doing all of that amazing stuff too.
I love that. I love it.
Steven Spielberg was so humble, Anthony. He kind of climbed up in the chart and introduced himself. I'm like, really? You don't think I know? Hi, Paula, I'm Steven. Shook my hand. So this is how we're going to work today. This is what we want you to do. And amazing.
Can I just say, it may be a bit biased, but this is one of the UK's finest exports I'm talking to. So he had a right to be humble when approaching. This is Lady Paulette we're talking about here.
Hilarious. Well,
I love that.
I would be saying that about some other people. Like
that is great.
Ellen Thomas and so forth, who, you know, they've had me under their wings since, gosh, I met Ellen in 1997, Corinne Skinner Carter. I've worked with the greats, Malcolm Phillips, Rudolph Walker. I've been coming a long time. Original cast member of Black Heroes in the Hall of Fame.
I was going to bring this up as well.
Yeah, been around a minute.
Hey. And you've been knocking it out of the park for a minute. Let's just say that. But here's something else I have to say though. So we've talked UK film, we've talked Hollywood. You're also involved in Bollywood film production, from what I can see.
I'm in a Bollywood film. We're waiting for it to come to the screen, but yeah, I'm playing. People want to see me. It's nice to have not been typecast in that, so I'll keep that under my hat. But we've been waiting for a long time. It's a film called Badnam. And I'm playing opposite the lead actress. Her name is Priyal Gore. And if you go to her Instagram, you'll see some of the back scene photos that we took on set. And yeah, it was a great experience just waiting for the film to come to the screen. COVID has delayed a lot of things.
Yes, indeed it has.
It will happen. I think this is going to be in God's time, that film, because it's a really nice part that I've got in it. And I'm looking forward to people experiencing me in a different way.
Indeed. So, I mean, while we're talking of experiencing you in a different way, we've talked a lot about the film. You talked about the Black Heroes Hall of Fame. But while we're talking about you on stage, we would be remiss to leave out Miss Florence, the lady we see there in the background. How did Miss Florence come about?
Florence right here.
Love it. How did you come about of creating the character Miss Florence?
Well, Miss Florence is based on my mum. So God rest her soul. I actually wrote the original script 21 years ago when I was at university as part of my degree. And then my mum passed in 2012. And I've had some torrid experiences that you'll be able to attest to this, Amanda. The arts industry is tough.
Yeah.
You know, we're not always very loving in the arts industry. And we're not always very nurturing or supportive. So I'd had some like really difficult experiences on set and, you know, working in the arts. And I just got to this point where it's like, I need to provide for myself. I need to do something that I can do for myself and have a little bit more control over. So a friend of mine knew that I wanted to do a one-woman show or one-person show. So this information came across his desk and he sent it to me. So I did a one-person show course at the Cockpit Theatre in London. And unbeknownst to me, I had to bring something to the table already in progress, bring an idea. And all I had was this piece I'd done at college. So by the end of the course, I ended up with a piece that was started out with me playing 2 characters. By the time I finished the course, I was now playing, I think, 5 or 6 characters, including my mum, my dad, myself, and various others. And that piece is called Fashioning a Dream. So Miss Florence is based on my mum. And yeah, I was able to produce that, put that on at my local library. I produced it, did my own tickets, got my own bar run by my sons and my eldest son's girlfriend, Crystal, my son, Marlon and Karim. And yeah, we produced the hell out of that show. We really did. It was a proper dry high. I had my own bar. My friend, Redhead Key, you might know her, Cheryl Powell. She was baking, she did the flyers. I mean, it was a real team effort. My personal photographer, Michael DeLeon, he came and shot a little bit of footage for the promo, took the photos for the promotion material and so forth. I mean, listen, I was juggling hard and it was a success, sold out the venue, standing ovation. And then so this particular production that I've got behind me was commissioned by Brent's Council, and they gave me 2 weeks to write, produce, learn and perform a piece to celebrate the 70th anniversaries of the Windrush and also the NHS. So I literally, because there's an element of Windrush in Fashioning a Dream, which is the hour-long piece, I just plucked 3 characters from that and wrote Miss Florence Tales of the Windrush Nurses for Brent Council.
That is so fantastic and motivating at the same time. I love the story of that. I love that. We've also got Brenda there saying, well done, proud of you. And honestly, just hearing that story, just, as you said, there are challenges within the arts industry, many that people can't imagine or wouldn't want to endure. And to really put all of that together is really inspirational and motivational. I just want to say that. So well done to you as well.
Well, I couldn't have done it without the Village. As you know, my company is called Me and the Village Productions International Limited.
Yes.
And the Me is MEE, Motivation, Empowerment, Entertainment. But it's also me, like, I can't do it by myself. So it's Me and the Village. So I just listed the Village just then.
Such a fitting name. So what I'm going to ask now, Paula, is that you've done the film work, you've done even down to a one-woman show on the stage. Which one do you prefer? Where do you get more of a buzz, on film or on stage?
Wow, on stage. Oh God, now you see, you put me on the spot because I love film. I'll tell you why I love film, because it has a legacy. It's there to watch over and over and over. Where a theatre piece, once you've done it, it's done. Unless nowadays we record theatre more often than not. And for COVID, thank God we did, because there would have been nothing to watch.
So true.
Do you know what I mean? So I love the flexibility of theatre, because no performance is ever the same. And if you've ever worked with me, people will tell you, Paula cannot learn her lines. I have no shame. I cannot learn lines. And now I'm in menopause. I definitely can't learn them. So I'm putting my honest out there. I'm getting better. I'm paying, my memory's getting better. But yeah, so no performance is ever the same. So you never know. You've always got to catch somebody, or somebody's got to catch you, and it's refreshing. Sometimes people can be a little bit precious about their words, but I like the dynamics of theatre. But from a legacy piece, I love film.
Brilliant. No, that is great stuff. That is absolutely great. So Paula, for anyone who's looking for that stage extraordinaire behind the scenes, that character on the screen, or dare I say, because I know this very well firsthand experience, the perfect host for their event, how can they get in contact with you?
Okay, so my website is ladypaulette.com, LADY Paulette.com. My social media handle is at Lady Paulette UK. That's at Lady Paulette UK, and then you'll find me there on Twitter and Instagram, and also on Facebook.
Brilliant.
And my agents, I could be remiss not to mention my agents, is Lola Williams at New Wonder Management and John Byrne at New Wonder Management. Hi to my stable mates.
That is absolutely fantastic. Paula, it's absolutely a real pleasure and an honor to have you here and to have had this chance to discuss just briefly part of your career. I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. I have heard that a certain lady next to you, behind you, also looks very similar to you, will be joining us next week for the alternative Queen's speech. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Miss Florence is going to be honoring you with the Queen's speech on the Lifestyle Show on Ben TV.
Well, I am very much looking forward to that.
All
So,
right.
that's out of past the Irish. I'll leave it to you. No, thank you so
Thank
much,
you
Lady
all.
Paulette. Absolute pleasure, and we will catch up again next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you
See
so
you
much.
then. Bye-bye.
Until
Okay,
then.
ladies and gentlemen, that was the one and only Lady Paulette of a powerhouse in the world of media, and such a pleasure to have been able to discuss just bits of her career. Trust me, there was so much more we could have touched on. Right, we're off to a break, and we'll be talking to Norman Bisigu next. See you then. Bye. Such a smile on my face. Paulette, Christmas. Norman's coming up. Spotlight. Yeah, I won't do that twice. But yeah, no, it's such a great show. Everyone's been so motivating and telling you to chase your dreams, and it's been very artistic this week. I love it. It's so much great stuff. So once again, it is time to introduce the gentleman who brings the knowledge, gives you that world news, gives us a bit of Caribbean, gives us a bit of African news. It's time for the spotlight, Mr. Norman Bisigu. How are you doing, sir?
Awesome, Anthony. I'm great, thanks. And you? How are you doing this Sunday evening?
Do you know what? It's been a great one. I've got a smile on my face. I'm loving it all. So yeah, it's all great.
Good to hear. I was in Central earlier today with my friend. He's like a music journalist, and we're just talking about how it's Christmas in like 12 days, but it doesn't feel like that anymore. It's just the way of this year, time is just doing its own thing now, and it's just kind of hard to keep up with everything.
I have to agree with you. I was talking to a friend, and we do some stuff together, so we haven't really seen each other since January, and we caught up today, and it's like, so we've been talking every week, but because of the time that we've seen, it's like a click of a finger, and here we are. So yeah, hopefully good stuff for 2021.
Make the best of it. Honestly, we'll see what happens. Honestly,
exactly that. Well, Norman, over to you. The spotlight is yours.
Thank you so much. Right. And hey, everyone, and welcome to this installment of Spotlight, a segment where I, as an international news correspondent, will be covering the latest in African and Caribbean current affairs. My name is Norman Bisigu, and we are very thankful to all of those that are tuned in and watching, and we hope you enjoy the overall program. Now, in today's segment, I'll be giving the spotlight to recent affairs happening in Ghana and Antigua and Barbuda. So to begin with, I'll be placing the spotlight on Ghana, where I'll be focusing on the presidential and parliamentary elections, which took place on the 7th of December of this year. So here's the scoop. The winner of the election was Akufo-Addo, announced on the 9th of December. He was re-elected as president with 51.59% of the vote, as confirmed by the Electoral Commission. Now, there were 12 candidates in the running, but it was a very close race between the incumbent president, Akufo-Addo, of the New Patriotic Party, the NPP, and his longtime rival and former president, John Mahama of the National Democratic Congress Party, or NDC. Now, the first men first ran against each other in 2012. And an interesting fact about this election is that the two leading candidates at one point have both been the president of Ghana. So a positive we can draw from these unique circumstances is that it gave the Ghanaian electorate the opportunity to select who they want on the basis of their past performance. Now, the candidates had to convince voters that they could best tackle issues affecting Ghanaians, including government corruption, security, handling of the pandemic, and unemployment. Now, although Ghana is a multi-party democracy, political analysts say that there is little difference between these two dominant parties, which have rotated in and out of power between themselves for the last 20 years. So how did things go on the day of elections? Well, a few polling stations opened late, and isolated cases of ballot tampering were reported by the Electoral Commission, but thankfully there were no major incidents across the country's 38,000 polling stations to be used by the country's 17 million voters. There were, however, 5 killed, unfortunately, in election-related violence. That said, independent overseers have congratulated Ghana for conducting largely peaceful polls, and with this, Ghana upholds its reputation as one of West Africa's most stable democracies. Yes, Ghana has previously ensured peaceful transfers of power on 7 occasions, which is fantastic. And now, moving on to the next story. I'll be posing the spotlight on Antigua and Barbuda and the recent protests which took place on the 3rd of December. So here's the scoop. It was reported that well over 100 pensioners on Thursday, the 3rd of December, protested outside the Prime Minister's office over the non-payment of pensions. So going further into the story, the pensioners were pleading for the payment of monies owed to them for the past 2 months. They gathered across the Prime Minister's office on Queen Elizabeth Highway with signs that read, "Gaston, go now." And Gaston refers to the Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, Gaston Brown. At some intervals, personnel apparently attached to the Prime Minister's office attempted to calm the gathering, but the protesters carried on despite those efforts. And during the protest, the Prime Minister himself personally attempted to engage the group to explain the situation. However, his words were drowned out by the crowds, leading him on multiple occasions to give up his attempted communications with them. Now, where he was able to get his point across, he insisted that the government was making efforts to remedy the situation. And to this effect, he made a commitment to the crowd, stating, "Bottom line is, you will all be paid." So the big question, has the situation progressed? What has happened as a result of these protests? Well, it was reported on the 4th of December, one day after the protests, that the Prime Minister announced that pensioners can expect to receive their payment from that day after the Social Security scheme completed the necessary paperwork. I think now is a good time to take a step back and get a perspective on both sides of the coin. So the pensioners, what was their view on all of this? Well, the elderly exclaimed their disappointment during the protests, with one woman at the protests saying that it's time for me to get my money. It's 2 months now, I'm waiting on Social Security, and it's time for me to get it. The opposition United Progressive Party reacted to the incident by expressing its solidarity with the demonstrators and calling on the government to increase its efforts to stabilize the Social Security scheme. But now let's look at things on the other side. So what was the perspective of the Prime Minister? Well, he explained that COVID-19 has affected the influx of money into Social Security. Factors include unemployment, layoffs, and layoffs caused by COVID. He stated that Social Security has been instructed to borrow money in order to make all of the outstanding payments before the end of the year. And he also said that successive governments dating back over 30 years were not consistent in paying the premiums into the scheme, which has resulted in over $500 million in premiums not being paid into the scheme. And that ends that story, ladies and gentlemen. And while the spotlight is still on the Caribbean, I'm going to very quickly touch on 2 hot topics, which are very recent and worth bringing to your attention. First, Barbados. A developing employment-related dispute which has garnered attention from the Prime Minister, Mia Mottley. So this dispute concerns security systems supplier G4S. Since 2014, it's been said that the company has acted in a way that is discriminatory to a number of its employees. To be precise, 300 out of the 640, with those 300 being responsible for security. The company has conceded that they have paid lower amounts to security stewards and refused to correct the situation. Now, the government of Barbados, as a result, will seek a legal opinion. The Attorney General will present one on behalf of the central government and also state-owned enterprises. And the Prime Minister explains that this is being done to ensure that the government of Barbados isn't a co-conspirator of breaching international law or principles, etc., things of that nature. And on to our last story of this evening spotlight is Grenada, where I'll be reporting on COVID-19 spikes, unfortunately. Now, earlier today, on the 13th of December, it's been reported that there's been a massive spike in the number of COVID-19 cases, well, around 24 cases, which were confirmed overnight. The Health Minister, Nicholas Steele, says that the exact number of cases can't exactly be quantified just yet. Batch testing has been conducted, so they're currently awaiting results. And unfortunately, this is the most dramatic spike of COVID cases in the country since the start of the pandemic. And that, ladies and gentlemen, wraps up this installment of Spotlight, where I give you the latest in African and Caribbean current affairs. My name is Norm Basigu, and I hope you enjoyed this segment, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Right, it's chill out time. I'm in the t-shirt now. The professional side is gone. It's all about the entertainment corner, and you guys should be in the swing of it now. There's only 3 words that kick off the entertainment corner now, but it's 1 word 3 times, and that is wow, wow, wow. Mr. Stevie J, how you doing, sir?
I'm okay. I'm okay. How are you, Anthony? How's it going?
I'm buzzed, Stevie. Every time I see you, I get that extra bit of buzz. I'm eagerly awaiting. I always keep like blinkers. I don't want to know. I just wait till this moment to find out. Do we have the same number one? Is it a new number one? I'm at the edge of my seat. I'm so excited.
Yes, there's always lots of excitement going on in the chart show. This week, you'll have to wait to see what's happening in the top 10 to find out. But the thing is, what's going on? Christmas is coming, the festive season is coming, and people are buying the tracks. Promoters are really promoting their tracks. Public, artists, all involved, doing the best thing they can do to move their sound to get to that famous number one and hear those 3 famous words. All I can say to you, Anthony, it gets better and better and better. What do you think, Anthony?
I love it, Stevie. Even Brenda's on it. It's the slogan now. The whole world. It can't even be a Stevie J thing. The world loves that word. Wow, wow, wow. It is something to enjoy. Do you know what, Stevie? It's over to you. There we go. Let's see the top 10. Over to you, sir, to intro.
Okay, nothing but excitement happening in the Stevie J Chart Show. Are you ready? Let's go. Here is the top 10.
Up to number 10 this week, it's Winter Sonata. That's TTMCO featuring Stuart Green. What a wicked track. to number 9. He goes by the name of Mo Watt, and he's driving you home for Christmas.
I'm driving home for Christmas. Oh, I can't wait to see those faces. I'm driving home for Christmas.
Going down to number 8 this week. She's had a real good run in the chart show. She goes by the name of Danny Myers, and that sweet little soulful track called Summer Love.
Got me feeling so. You got me feeling so. Summer love. You got me feeling so hot. Summer love.
Going up to number 7 this week. I'll tell you something. Goes by the name of Chucky Banton, and it's a nice garooty rocky track called To the Rock.
For its peaceful and tranquil. I'm going to the rock, and I'm not coming back. But when I get there, I'll send the word that I know where it's at. Ooh, I'm going to the rock, and I'm not coming back. But when I get there, I'll send the word that I know where it's at. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Going up this week to number 6 is Creeping Up. Goes by the name of Just Linda, featuring Seth Meyers and a sweet little lovers rap called Back to the Day.
Get together, bring it far. What do you say? I think we should definitely bring back in the days. All right. Back in the
Going up to number 5 this week. Can you believe it? He's creeping up slowly. He goes by the name of Ras Charmer, featuring Shandy, and they're still loving me tonight.
What a beautiful princess, Shandy. Sing for them, baby.
We're going out tonight.
Yep.
And babe, I'm ready for you.
Ready for you too.
Gonna have the time of our lives.
Yep.
You know I'm crazy about you. Wearing that $1 million smile.
Whoa.
And you're looking so fine.
Thank you. You
So
too.
proud of you, baby, and I love it when I see you.
Wow, he's creeping up. He's creeping up to number 4 this week. Goes by the name of Johnny Too Bad, and got this wicked little track called I Love You.
First of all, I'd like to say, how do you do? No need for introduction.
Can you believe it? Can you believe it? He's moved up from 5 to 3. He goes by the name of Trevor Dixon.
Such a
And I
lovely
tell you, I
day.
still blazing it up with Lovely Day.
I made it this way. Such a lovely day. The sun is out, the sky so blue. Mother Nature's hailing me.
Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Last week's number 1 goes down to number 2. Wow, it's exciting. As Mr. Diamond is at number 2 this week with that wicked little track called Love You for Life.
My heart can never beat without your love. I can never make it on my own. No, no. Tell me, baby, what is wrong with us? Oh, I've been waiting for you. Girl, you know I'm missing you so much. How can I go on without your touch?
The famous 3 words. The famous 3 words. Wow, wow, wow. She's our second R&B track of the year to get to number 1. She goes by the name of Charmaine X, and she's finally found her track called The Key.
Greetings, I'm Charmaine X, and I'd like to say a big, big thank you to all those that voted for me to keep The Key in the chart show, to give us that number 1 spot. I am absolutely so delighted with it. Thank you to all those that purchased, downloaded the track. Thank you to all those that continue to vote. Big thank you to Jeff Grant for the amazing production on The Key. And Stevie J, wow, wow, wow. I just want to say thank you for the platform and for allowing us as artists to be able to showcase our talent.
You were the one I was devoted to, the one that blew my mind, was just a lie. Always thinking of yourself to please your every need, and how I cry, that's all over. Telling you for so long, that's all over. Loving you just hurts. If you really wanted to love me, baby, you should have opened my heart. You had the key, you had the key. If you really wanted to keep me, baby, you should have opened my heart. You had the key, you had the key. You were the one I was committed to, my loyalty so true, from me to you. Never recognized how swiftly your love me changed. Now I can see that's all over. Telling you for so long, that's all over. Loving you just hurts. If you really wanted to love me, baby, you should have opened my heart. You had the key, you had the key.
What a track, what a track, what a track.
What a track indeed. What a track indeed. Congratulations to Miss Charmaine X, the second R&B, Stevie. I love it.
Yes, it's been one of those
Stevie?
years where we never thought it would grow. And it's grown and grown and grown. R&B, second time that we've had somebody in the chart show at number 1. Wow, wow, wow. What do you say, Anthony?
Do you know what? I'm so wow. There are so many wows. I can't even add more to it. Brendan Nash, Mr. Sanj, thank you for your comments throughout the chart show there. It was so exciting. And do you know what I love about this number 1, Stevie? Should I reveal the secret or should you reveal the secret?
You can do it.
I'm going to go for it.
Mind.
Here we go. Thank you so much. So, do you know what? I think I'm going to turn the key and introduce our this week's number 1, Charmaine X. Charmaine, how are you doing?
Hi, hello, greetings to you all.
Thank you. So, congratulations. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, thank you.
How did it feel being this week's number 1?
Oh my gosh, I'm so ecstatic. I can't believe it. Like, I really didn't think that I was going to get to number 1. So I'm just so grateful for all the votes and the purchases. And thank you to, you know, this platform that allows us artists to showcase what we do and our talent. So, yeah.
Do you know what? For me to say you're welcome is one thing, but all the credit definitely goes to Stevie. He puts it all together. He's done such a fantastic job on that. So well done, Stevie, and the production team, of course, for bringing us that video. So what I'd like to say, Charmaine, how did you come about coming with the song The Key? What was the concept behind it? How long did it take you to write it?
Oh, okay. So it didn't really take me that long. The key is truly heartfelt. So, you know, it's all about people being in a relationship and maybe, you know, it's just not going to work. Someone realizes that actually it's not for them and tries to come back again maybe a couple of times, but actually, you know, realizing that you had the key, you had my heart once and you blew it. So that's what it is. That's what it's about, really. It's that concept of love.
Great stuff. I love that. And such a motivational way to create music. Just give us a bit more about yourself. How did you get into the industry? Who were some of your influences getting into the world of music?
Oh, I've been doing music for so long now. So, you know, initially I kind of started in a group, in a girls group. Then I went solo. I did performing arts and then realized, you know, I needed to earn some real money. So I did a degree in English. So I actually teach and I'm in school. So that's really what I do as well. But yeah, in terms of music, I work with a producer that is a very good friend of mine, Jeff Grant, aka Love Shadow, for those that know him that way. So we work together on projects. He does a lot of co-writing with me as well, arranges the track amazingly and puts some great music together. I mean, I guess this year, 2020, it's been a bit of a challenging year for many of us with the pandemic and the situation that's happened. And really, I just decided while I was at home, working from home, that I wanted to just put some energy back into what I love, and which is music. So just started releasing some music again, see how that goes. Started on social media because it wasn't a platform that I was using before. And I've had some really good feedback, some positive feedback. And yeah, I'm just, you know what, I'm just going for it. Just going for it. Doing it.
Well done, well done. And here we've got like Mr. Sanj saying mad respect, Brenda saying well done, T Benji is saying yes, Shah. So you know what, it's definitely a career to pursue because you've got it. You've got the key. Like it's there. The world are loving your music, and we're definitely looking forward to hearing more from you. Stevie, is there anything you would like to ask or to add?
Yeah, Charmaine, is there an EP coming out from Charmaine X? What have we got to look forward to?
Oh, okay. So I've got a new song coming out soon. It's releasing on the 2nd of January. So look out for that, titled If. I've got Jeff Grant actually featured on there who's singing. And again, the production is by him. And also co-writer as well. I've got an EP that's going to be out shortly after that. So that should have probably about 5 to 6 songs on there. A few of those are already released, like Stay, which is a reggae song. I Know This Feeling, which is soul, and also Easy Feeling. I believe, Stevie J, Easy Feeling is one of yours that you like to play.
I certainly do. Played it on my and yeah, it blew up the airwaves. Well done, well done, well done.
The congratulations keep coming in. We've got T Benji again saying popping champagne. Tracy, Marcella Spooner, well done. So honestly, Charmaine, it's been a real pleasure. We'll have you in again for sure in the upcoming weeks. But congratulations to you once again. Hopefully, potentially next week you might be our Christmas #1. Wishing you all the best with that as well.
Who knows? Thank you ever so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was Charmaine X. Stevie, any closing words from you, sir?
Yes, just a quick one. Don't forget this Tuesday between the hours 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. on StingDemRadio.com in Birmingham. And don't forget, will she be at #1 next week? We will have to wait and see. Leaving you with those famous words till next week. Wow, wow, wow. Back over to you, Anthony.
Thank you so much, Stevie. Always a pleasure to have you there. It's going to be very exciting, ladies and gentlemen, because next week is the Christmas #1. So be at the edge of your seats. Also, I just want to say a quick one there. That's my birthday twin there, Miss Terry Leversteed. How you doing, Terry? Nice to see you tuned in. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go. Let me do that again. Okay, we're going to go off to a quick break, and then we have our special guest, Sheba Wine. See you after the break. Hi, welcome back to the Lifestyle Show. I got caught off guard there. Right, okay, so I've mentioned it before. It is our special guest. It's an honor to have her back on the Lifestyle Show. I didn't have the honor to introduce her the last time. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Miss Sheba Wine.
Greetings.
How are you doing, Sheba?
I'm very, very well, thank you.
Good. So Sheba, such a fantastic career. It's a pleasure to have you on. Tell us, since the last time you've been on the Lifestyle Show, what have you been up to?
Well, I've just been on a journey of really just health and wellness, really, to get myself as fit and healthy as I possibly could. I've been doing lots of yoga. I studied to become a yoga teacher, a Kemetic yoga teacher. So I've been using yoga to, just balance myself and give myself a bit more focus in my life. And and then now it's sort of come around back to music. So yeah, I kind of feel like I've gone full circle with my journey, really.
That is awesome. That is such a fantastic journey. But let's not just fly past that. Let's talk about the holistic side of Sheba Wine, the journey of teaching yoga and all of this holistic teachings. How did that come about? How did you discover that? And tell us more about that.
Well, yoga was something that I always used to go to. I've done yoga for years. I've always loved it because I used to suffer with depression, and I found that when I used to do a yoga class, I always used to feel better. And so it became my go-to. And for years and years, just doing it just always helped me emotionally a lot. And then my teachers always used to say to me, you should be a yoga teacher. And I was like, well, no, I'm an artist and I'm a fashion model. What would I be doing becoming a yoga teacher? And of course, the rest is history. Yoga was always just something to go to for me. And then for me being qualified as an Alexander teacher, that was because I had suffered with lower back problems myself. And, I'd been on a 1-year tour, dancing and singing with Eric Clapton in Killer Heels all night and couldn't wear heels after that year tour. And then somebody told me about the Alexander technique and I started having lessons. My back started to get better. And again, my teacher encouraged me to become an Alexander teacher because she thought I'd be a good one. And I took 3 years out of my music and modeling career, studied the Alexander technique, and now I help other people with the same problems and also to help women to walk in heels. But that's another story.
So tell me more about the Alexander technique. What is it? How did it? What are the teachings behind it?
So the Alexander technique teaches the human body how to achieve perfect posture. It teaches you how to move with grace and ease, and it helps relieve neck, back, and shoulder pain. These are just a handful of some of the benefits. It's very respected within the medical field, the world of education, and in the world of science. And what it does, it trains the body. So just for instance, all of us, we all sit at laptops, for example, don't we, every day, some for hours on end. And you might sit at the laptop and you might feel that your posture is slumped, and you think, wow, I've got this neck pain going on or this back pain going on. And you then go to try and pull yourself up out of this slumped position. And then the minute you forget about it, you've gone back there again because your body's gotten into a bad habit of movement and it cannot get out of itself. So the Alexander technique helps to re-educate your neuromuscular system. That's all the muscles on your bones that promote movement, to now become lengthened and widened. And so your flesh now actually hangs on the bone like a jacket would on a hanger. You know what I mean? And so you become much more aligned, much more balanced. Your head now lives on the top of your spine. You move with grace and ease. If you've got arthritic joints, you start to feel better. If you have stiffness in the body, I mean, it's very, very powerful work. There are multiple studies on people who've had multiple sclerosis, bone degenerative diseases that it's helped. Very, very beautiful work.
I'm actually really taken in by that one. As you said, I'm always on my laptop, so I'm quite familiar with that hunch that you talk about and trying to reposture and then going right back into it. So that is really interesting, very much interesting. And I suppose with all of the works that you've done, you have that first-hand experience to know that it actually does help, as you said, with those back challenges you had, always being in your heels and whatnot. You have a few products on the side next to you there, onto your right. Tell us more about those. Oh, sorry, you're muted there. Sorry, Sheba. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, I have a product here called Pussy Mist. Now, Pussy Mist is a sanitizer for the vagina, and it's lemongrass hydrosol base. It's a 100% natural product. Lemongrass essential oils, baking soda. It's got Jamaica spring water. It's 100% natural, and this is ideal for ladies going on long travels, who are menstruating, even after sexual intercourse, just to actually sanitize the vagina. So we're sanitizing our hands, we're sanitizing our lives. We need to sanitize our vagina. And men, don't worry, I haven't left you out. This product is called Kaki Mist. This is only sold in Jamaica. I have to have you know, Pussy Mist and Kaki Mist is only in Jamaica. The only way you can get it is on the Sheba Wine website. So please, let's just help everybody to get access to this cleansing of the genital areas that needs to be happening in the world right now.
Right, fantastic there. So going back to you as a teacher, you talked about the yoga as a means of challenging the depressions and the challenges of life. How helpful has that been for you and for your students who have had that education in that situation?
I think, especially in this particular time in the world's existence, where a lot of people are feeling very stressed and anxious, not really knowing what the next position is in life, where people are going. Calmness is the key, I believe, at this point. And yoga's always helped me to feel calm. It's always helped me to be a bit more centered and in touch with myself. So you know, I've always used it as that relief feeling thing. And I think people can really benefit from yoga because it's a 3-in-1, you know, emotionally, spiritually, physically, it works.
Indeed. Well, that is good. That is very much something to be embraced, especially in these challenging times. So we've talked about the career of a holistic side. Now we have to come and bring it back to the artist. You currently have an album out at the moment. Tell us more about that.
Yes, I have a beautiful album out called Secrets of This Woman, and it was produced by the late Barry O'Hare. Now, if all of you know, for those of you who may not know who Barry is, which is probably a handful of people because he's a legend, he's produced like Shaggy, Sean Paul, you know, Morgan Heritage, Barry Hammond, like all the greats, and it was just tragedy to have him lose his life in COVID-19 time. So I honor Barry, and so he recorded this, produced this album for me, and so now it's the time to release it. So my first single of the album is called Sweetest Meow. So.
Indeed, that's big stuff. So how long did it take you to put the album together?
Well, I had written the songs for most part and had them put down because I always like to have a backlog of songs that I can kind of draw from. And when I met Barry, I was so inspired by his work and so honored to be working with him. I just like pulled up these songs and I said, what do you think of these songs? He loved them. And so he organized like the live musicians and everybody for me to come together, and we just cut the live album in his studio in Waterous in Jamaica in James Avenue, very famous studio again. And we just dropped it there, and it's just awesome. I love it. The world's gonna love this. You're gonna love this.
Indeed, it's always good to have you back on the airwaves, Sheba. It's always good to have you back on the airwaves. So right now, what we have to do, can you give us a bit of your contact details for anyone who wants to get in contact with you, whether it be on the holistic side, whether it be on the music side? How can they get in contact with Sheba Wine?
Okay, right now everything is being driven to my website, so it's www.shebawine.com. Sheba as in Queen, Sheeba, wine as in wine up yourself, WHYNE.com. And because everything is a Jamaican product right now, the only place you can get my Sweetest Meow single, the Pussy Mist, the Coffee Mist, is on my website. So because it's coming straight out of Jamaica. So go to the website, and you can also find me on Instagram, Sheba Wine. Yeah, that's about it.
Big stuff. Okay, Sheba, thank you so much. What we're going to do is, you know what, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. You will be closing the show. So we're going to play a couple of videos, and yes, so that was a role play on that. But yeah, thank you so much, Sheba. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we'll catch up with you shortly.
Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was Sheba Wine. She will be back to close the show. But right now, it's time for the Music Corner to do what the Music Corner does best, and that's play the music videos. These ladies were the first #1 on the Stevie J chart show when it featured on the Lifestyle Entertainment Corner. So it felt so right to play this. This is the Nubian Queens and their track, One Destiny. Enjoy.
2020 has been an absolute disaster, all right? You see, one of the best things that's happened this year is this next tune. They go by the name of the Nubian Queens, all right? Jess, Lillian, Babs. Take a listen to this one. It's entitled One Destiny. This one's destined to #1.
Wow. Look, I'm doing the Stevie now. Yes, that was the Nubian Queens, and that was a fantastic track, One Destiny. What we're going to do right now, we're going to go to another track. This was last week's guest. This was Tanai Brown, and his track, Rebel Soul. Enjoy.
Father, hear my voice. Can you hear my cry? Father, send another rebel soul. Do we need a shepherd to lead us? Another one like Marcos. Father, send another one that is bold. Come and retell our story like it has never been told. Some have amnesia,
forget what the Babylon system has done, how we get caught in their nets. Many kingdoms rise and many kingdoms fall. Some will never know themselves until them back is against the wall. We need a Marcus Garvey to keep the fire burning, burning hotter than hot. Father, send another rebel soul. Do we need a shepherd to lead us? Another one like Marcus. Father, send another one who is bold to come and retell our story like it has never been told. Many have come and left their mark, couldn't take away the love deep in their hearts. If they could, we wouldn't have a Marcus. If they could, we wouldn't have a Marcus. Who did rise up in adversity to be counted by everybody? A long time he can't stop, say so. We need more loving at the ghetto. We need more love. We need more love. Yes. We need more. We need more love. We need more love. Yeah. Father, send another rebel soul. Do we need a shepherd to lead us? Another one like Marcus. Father, send another one.
So that was Tanai Brown with Rebel Soul. Do be sure to make sure you purchase it. Do purchase his album. It's a top track. Fantastic album out there. Support the good music out there. Right, we move from one former guest to a previous guest that we will be having on the show very soon, I'm sure. The one, the only Miss Chardell Roden, and Could I Be the One? Enjoy.
That you're thinking of. My goal is to be the one that you're dreaming of. I wanna be a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Trust me and I'll never let you down. Let me be with you through all your hard times. I wanna be around when the chips are down. It'll be me and you against the opposition. Can't you see your love shining through? You've been there to solve all my problems. You've been there to help my sorrows. I don't know what to do. Oh, could I be the one? Trust me with your dreams. I'll make them all come true. For the rest of my life, I'll be grateful to you. Time will pass, our love will last. the time is right. I wanna be the one you say is out of sight. Let me be the one. Let you be my man. Let me be. At the end of your rainbow, promise I will never let you down. Let me be the one. I got to be there. Let me be the one. Let me be. Let me be. At the end of your rainbow, promise I will never let you down.
Right, just want to put a good shout out to Stevie, Brenda, All Saint, Terry, all of the comments that you guys have been putting up. They have been noticed. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the show. What I'm going to do is play one more track. We'll run the competitions and then we'll go to Sheba. So this is it. This is the last track. This is straight from the Arira camp. This is called When You Get Right. Enjoy. A nice exclusive for you.
Yo, sir. When you get down to it, let me know, innit? Because I've been waiting a long time. When you get right down to it, isn't this moment what it's